104 people have been killed by homicide in Charlotte. It is the deadliest year in the Queen City since the early 90s. What you see in the moments after a killing has unfortunately become well scripted. You see medic, police, crime tape. Behind that tape, the family, who is experiencing probably the worst moment of their lives.
I'm sad in reference to just having to, respond to these homicides, and to have this as a need. It just breaks my heart over and over and over again.
And with every snack she passes out or blanket she throws over a shoulder, she hopes the act of kindness prevents a future crime.
Yeah, so one person I spoke with out here says that when they got here a few months ago, there were only about 4 tents in this area. And now look at this. Look at how much need there is in this area. And I'm told some of these people go to work and still have found themselves in this situation, just unable to pay for housing and simply didn't have anyone to turn to for help.
Our families are suffering. Children out here are suffering.
And one woman who lives in a tent now says people don't seem to have empathy for it.
I had a guy drive up and told me to go to work. How can I go to work? I can't. I'm disabled.
I think that is the prevailing view. In fact, before I started running Charlotte's winter shelter, I thought the same thing.
Joel Siegel, who's now the executive director of the organization Housing and Dignity for All, says some people living in tents do work.
As people out here, they go to work, they wake up early in the morning, and this is what they have to come back to.
How can these people become upwardly mobile if there's no housing?
Siegel says the number of homeless people has only grown since the pandemic started, and that the community and its leaders should not be okay with this as the only alternative.
Now to an exclusive Defenders investigation finding CMPD officers are frequently tied up on non-emergency calls instead of fighting crime. It's shedding light on a national debate over how police departments should operate. Our team reviewed CMPD data and found officers are spending hundreds of hours on noise complaints, found property, and minor accidents. Community leaders say a different police model would free up officers for more serious crimes.
Fighting to preserve history in the shadows of a sanctuary. Key parts of Charlotte's past are hidden among the rows and rows of moss-covered headstones at Steel Creek Presbyterian Church, some dating back to the 1700s. 13 veterans of the Revolutionary War are buried here, along with relatives of Reverend Billy Graham.
We know that when you go uptown, it's almost a race to build the newest and brightest and tallest tower. But here in West Charlotte, the city of Charlotte is still focused on some of these older buildings, including ways to save this church that dates back to the 1700s.
And now to a special moment before the game. Ronnie Long, a Concord man freed from prison after 44 years following a wrongful conviction, got to beat on the Panthers' Keep Pounding drum today. Long is waiting for Governor Roy Cooper to hear if he will be pardoned. The governor has never issued a pardon, but may make an exception in Long's case.
Every year, the Charlotte Hornets dedicate one day to serving the communities that support them. In 2018, the team helped to renovate homes in the Charlotte area. And last year, they volunteered at Crisis Assistance Ministry.
The Charlotte Hornets decided a day of service just wasn't enough, not this year. Now they're highlighting Black-owned businesses all week and feeding frontline workers.
The mission of American Heart and Soul is to bring good food, good Southern food, to as many people as possible.
Something James Bazell has done for the last 25 years, but this year has been his most daunting. Bazell says he's grateful to be among the businesses highlighted during the Charlotte Hornets Week of Service. That's what the Hornets Week of Service is about, neighbors helping neighbors.
Let's just see where we can continue to be the resource our community needs.
Bazell says small businesses like his will be feeling the effects of COVID-19 for many months to come, but optimism is a key ingredient for continued success.
Do the best you can and be satisfied with what you did. I felt that way for a long time, and my business failed. I was a failure. But in reality, circumstances dictate that, not your ability.